Yeah, so what's Chanukah about? Sufganiyot or latkes?
Definitely. Latkes. It says in the tree, this is on the inside that counts, right?
Under the tree. Huh?
When you grew up, was it Sufganiyot or latkes?
We grew up with latkes.
Yeah. You never saw Sufganiyot?
Till I came to Israel, I never saw sufganiyot. Yeah, so what's Chanukah about? Victory over oppression. So what's Pesach? Chanukah is about something else. The lavush. I asked the question, why is it that on Purim we celebrate with simcha umishta, with partying? And on Chanukah, we celebrate the mitzvahs Halel v'Hodoya, thanking Hashem. Why not wild parties like Purim? He says Purim was all about the physical body. Haman wanted to kill every Jew. Miraculously, we won. We're still here. So we celebrate the existence of our bodies. Chanukah, they were not out to kill the Jews. Their goal was to get every Jew to be a Hellenist. The goal was to turn all of us into left-wing liberals. To believe that it was man that created God and not God that created man. There's no threat to our bodies. The threat was to our values. Yes, we won. We're still here. Not physically, as a Jewish people. But that's what we celebrate. We celebrate that there are still observant Jews. So yes, we take pride in what we are. We're appreciative that we still know which way is up, that we know right from wrong. We appreciate the eternity of Torah. We thank Hashem. We light the menorah. We light the menorah to remind ourselves and everyone else of the miracles. So Chanukah is about miracles too, huh? So first of all, yeah, we believe in miracles. The Greeks didn't believe in miracles? No. They believed in their mythology? No. To them, all of this was culture. To us, it was real. And when Hashem performed an open miracle, that was his way of saying, yeah, this is the victory of the real miracles. What's supposed to be in our minds on Chanukah? First and foremost, that we know Torah is true, that we know spirituality is true, that we know miracles happen. That's got to be first. It's got to be clear. Because that was the issue. Is religion lore, culture, or is it real? The Greeks tolerated any religion, including human sacrifice. With one exception, Judaism. Because we claimed it was real, it was true. We didn't create our own gods. We claimed national revelation. We claimed that the creator that we did not create told us right from wrong. That they couldn't accept. So much like what today's left-wing liberals are like. You can believe in anything you want to except for absolute right and wrong. Right? That's where the world is at. We got to make sure we haven't been influenced. Face it. We grew up on Western values, all of us. It definitely had an effect. It's true, it's real. There was a revelation. And yes, miracles do happen. That's got to be clear. Along with that, the reality of spirituality and a spiritual connection. Lighting Ner Chanukah is connecting to really the two parts of Chanukah. One is what the Hashmonah and the Maccabees did, and the other is what Hashem did. What did the Maccabees do? They went to war. They were fighting for values. They were giving their lives for values. Once again, there was no threat to their bodies. This was not a matter of security. They were ready to give their lives, and remember, they were outnumbered. They were fighting the Syrian mercenaries with their elephants. The tanks of old. Look like tanks. With bows and arrows. They didn't expect miracles. They were ready to give their lives. But you can't just sit by and allow Jewish values to disappear. You've got to do everything, including giving your life. We're tuning into that, and we're tuning into the second part. Hashem delivered the miracles. And that's really the underlying message of Chanukah. When we're ready to give our lives, when we're ready to make any sacrifice for our values, miracles happen. So, along with all the halachas of lighting, what are you supposed to be feeling when you light? Both parts. Stop and think. What sacrifices am I ready to make for Jewish continuity? For seeing to it that every Jew knows he was created. For seeing to it that every Jew knows right from wrong. What sacrifice are you prepared to make? The Chashmonaim taught us. You got to be ready to give your lives. Again, it made no sense. This is so real to us. I mean, this is the antithesis. The antithesis of what Greece was teaching. To them it was all culture. To us it's so real, you're ready to give your life for it. Got to feel that. Got to identify with that. No sacrifice can be too small. Sorry, too big. No sacrifice can be too big. This is reality. This is what we live for. And then feel the second part. Then come the miracles. When the reality of our values becomes so clear to you, and you're ready to make every sacrifice, you can be sure there will be miracles. That in a nutshell is what Chanukah is. See, Torah is true. Torah is reality. Yes, there was a revelation at Sinai. The Creator that we didn't create, but created us. He taught us right from wrong. He gave us the ability to connect to Him and become greater people. He taught us all about Kedusha, being elevated. And that's real. It's not fluff, it's real. If it's so real to you, and it matters so much that you're ready to give anything for it, then the miracles will happen. When we kindle the menorah, we recite two brachas. The first is, Asher kedishanu b'mitzvosav, Hashem made us holy with His mitzvahs. V'tzivanu lahadlik ner shel Chanukah. He commanded us to light the ner Chanukah. This is our part of it. Our declaration that we know this is true. Our declaration that we know this is what life is about, and without it, it's not worth living. Our declaration that we're prepared to do anything to stand up for our values and to spread our values. And then the second bracha. She'asa nisim lavosein. You can feel the miracles. If you're ready to make every sacrifice, you can feel the miracles. Just wait for them to happen. In your own life, in whatever you're up to, in fighting for our values, in spreading the word, miracles will happen. I don't know if you appreciate it. This building's a miracle. I mean, come on. Certainly in the eyes of, I guess, the secular Israeli government, this is choice real estate. Who'd they give it to? For $1? Who'd they give it to? An organization that tries to make people Orthodox. That's not a miracle. Aish started off homeless. Aish started off homeless. Little by little, between fundraising and the right connections. So we got ourselves to the old city. But this is a miracle. Yeah. Anyone that met Reb Noach knew he was willing to do anything. When you're ready to give your life for it, miracles happen. I'll just end, there's an old kasha they ask. The Ramah writes, if you forget Al Hanisim, on Chanukah, whether it's in Benching, in Shemon Esrei, at the end, you can fit it into. What you're supposed to say is, Harachamon, hu yaseh lanu nisim v'niflaos, kasher osol avoseinu b'yomim ha'im b'zman hazeh. Hashem should perform for us miracles and wonders like he did in those days. And then we continue with B'mei Matisyo. So the kasha they ask is, you're not allowed to daven for miracles. You're not allowed to rely on miracles, you're not allowed to daven for miracles. So much so, Rav Shlomo Zalman Auerbach was asked, how is it permissible to daven for a terminal cancer patient? How is it permissible? You're davening for a miracle. So his answer was, you're not davening for a miracle. The way science works, from one day to the next, you don't know. Someone will discover a cure for cancer. It doesn't take a miracle. But we're asking, Harachamon hu yaseh lanu nisim v'niflos. How do you ask for a miracle? And the answer is the end of it. Kasher osol avoseinu b'yomim b'zman hazeh. The same way he did it then. How did he do it then? In answer to their Mesiras Nefesh. In answer to the Chashmonoim ready to give their lives for our values. When there's Mesiras Nefesh, there's miracles. So, this Chanukah, clarify for yourselves. What do you believe in strongly enough? What do you know strongly enough is right that you're ready to give your lives for? That you're ready to make any sacrifice for? Dedicate your life to that and you can be sure there will be miracles. That's Chanukah. You can enjoy your Sufganiyot anyway. But it's about Mesiras Nefesh and miracles. That's Chanukah. So, have a happy Chanukah.